Thursday, December 17th at 1:55 in the afternoon. So fun. Only about a day and a half left of finals week, and I have 2 more papers to revise, 1 2-page reflection piece to write, and a math test tomorrow. And all the papers are due tomorrow as well. But in the meantime, I'm kind of just trying to relax and decompress from the stress of the week. Before me, my grandma, and my brother head over to Walgreens to get a few things that are needed around the house. And then we have to stop by my aunt's house to just we're house sitting for her. So we just got to check on everything, make sure it's all still locked up. And then we're going to come back home and I'm going to work on my paper. But I figured I'd start the vlog now just to get it, out of the way, because this is going to span all through Christmas and New Year. So this is going to be a longer vlog than usual. I hope you all enjoy. So I didn't end up vlogging while I was at the store, but I did come home to a very exciting package. Yes, but I've been waiting for this package for a week and a half. I know exactly what it is. Figured I'd open it with you guys. I love the pull ones. So nice. Okay. I thought that landed in my water. That would have been bad. Yes, I did get this in paperback, but I did get War Storm by Victoria Aveyard. This is gorgeous. I love this. Oh, it's so pretty. But I got this because I recently just finished King's Cage. Yeah, I finished reading King's Cage, and I wanted the last book of the series. I wanted to know how Mare and Cal all end, and how Maven ends at the end of the series. Ooh, I'm so excited. And then I heard Victoria Aveyard's coming up with another book called Realmbreaker. I know absolutely nothing about it, but I know I'm going to buy it. I'm a Victoria Aveyard stan. Her books are amazing. I refused to read them when they first came out because the school was pushing them onto us. So I just went, no. But I'm so happy. I'm probably going to read this after I finish reading Renegades at the end of this month, so that I can read the Shadow and Bone trilogy at the beginning of January, because oh my god, the Shadow and Bone trailer was released today. Oh, I loved it. Okay, I'm gonna go revise my papers now and put this away so that I'm to bed at a semi-decent time, because I have a test at 10:04. December 18th on a Friday, last day of finals week before winter vacation. Very excited, very exhausted, but I have an hour before my math test, so I am going to sit down, enjoy my pizza rolls that I'm eating at 9 a.m. because I deserve it. Yeah. And I am about to just, work on making my cheat sheet for my test, because our teacher allows us one front and back page of a normal notebook sized piece of paper with any notes we want to help us on our tests. I'm going to do that and try and wake up a little more, because I did not end up going to bed until 2 a.m. last night, but I did finish revising all of my papers, and I simply have to get through this math test, write my 2-page reflection, and I have 2 worksheets for American government that I have to turn in, and that's it, and then I'm done. I'm probably going to end up going to sleep after that, because I'm I'm absolutely exhausted, but we will cross that bridge when we get there. I will update you guys after I finish my math test, which should take me, oh my, I fell asleep. Which should take me about half an hour. So in about an hour and a half-ish, I will update you guys. I just finished my math test. I feel like it went well. I think I did make a great cheat sheet myself, very detailed, all the equations and explanations to them. But I don't know. Auto grade always trips me up and makes me think I did really, really bad when I didn't. I am going to go get something to drink and then take like a 5-minute break to scroll through my phone and then write the first draft of my reflection so I can revise it today and get it turned in. This is a lot. I don't like finals week. I'm not going to like it next year when it's actual finals. I will update you guys after I finish writing the first draft of my reflection. It's 12:30. I just finished writing the first draft of my reflection piece a little bit ago. I had taken a break to like go on TikTok and everything for a bit, but now I'm going to go through some revisions and just, you know, polish it up a bit before I turn it in for a final grade. And then I'm going to just take a break from schoolwork altogether and just work on like putting together what I have of this vlog so far. So it's not like a whole long project when I'm done filming, because that would scare me. So that's what we're going to do. I did have some hot chocolate, but it's all gone now. I drank it all. I'll probably have another one though, because hot chocolate's been doing it for me better than coffee has lately. So we're gonna do that. Update you guys here in a bit. Alright, beautifuls. It is Sunday, December 20th at like 5:30 in the evening, and I am exhausted, officially exhausted. I went with my grandpa and my brother to Walmart and Target to do a little Christmas shopping. We were safe, we wore our masks and everything, but my grandpa takes me and my brother Christmas shopping to pick out our presents every year because he wants to make sure we enjoy them instead of just guessing. So that was nice. My brother ended up getting a few things and I got like $2, and we got my grandma some stuff. But other than that, I'm going to sit down and do some editing before heading to bed. I'm just tired. I can't. Tomorrow is going to be a lot of like wrapping and possibly filming because I was supposed to film today and that didn't happen, but I need to film, so I'm probably going to film tomorrow. I will update you guys before I go to bed, see how much of this vlog I've like edited up to date, because I was trying to edit every day's clips that day, but it didn't work. So we'll just see how it goes. Okay guys, so I've just finished filming for today, December 20th, and it's like 2:30, I think, maybe. Not sure exactly what time it is, but I got up a little late and had to like get ready really quick and film really quick before I lost daylight. It's obviously getting darker now. So I just thought I would like talk to you guys about what I read last night out of Renegades while I pick up and put back the books I used for filming my video. So basically, I read maybe 2 chapters last night, 3 chapters, I think. I did make it to chapter 15. Loved it. Oh my god, I laughed so much. I cannot explain how hilarious I thought this like group of chapters was. And I didn't even expect to laugh. I was just trying to force myself to get out of this little slump I'm getting into with reading where I can't like pick up a book, and it worked so well. Like I loved it. So Nova basically is going into the trials to become a renegade so that she can spy on the renegades for the anarchists, and we get most of it through Adrian's perspective of what I was able to see in what I've read so far. And dear God, Adrian has it so bad for Nova already, and he has no idea that he has no idea that she's Nightmare, and she has no idea that he's the Centennial, and she thinks he's kind of cute. Oh my God, they are just so oblivious. Oh, I cannot explain how absolutely ironic and hilarious that is for the two of them. And then when this one scene when Adrian like goes and accepts Nova to his team because all the other teams rejected her, you know, two of his team members, Oscar and Ruby, were like, you know, maybe you should take time to talk about it with your team. He goes, no guys, just trust me, I've got a feeling about her. And Oscar is like, well, it's kind of obvious you've got a feeling about her. And then the fact that Oscar is so hopelessly in love with Ruby, and it's so absolutely obvious, is just so sweet, because he goes and he gets food for all of his team to eat during the trials, and so they can like snack, obviously, because that's just what you do. And he makes this whole big deal about if anybody touches his smoothie, he's gonna like get really mad at them. And then Ruby goes, hey Oscar, can I have some of your smoothie? And like it counts down the seconds before he answers, and he goes, yeah, sure. It's so sweet. I think I'm gonna end up really, really liking Oscar and Adrian. I'm not sure about Ruby, but that was kind of funny. That's something I would do, and it's okay. Well, I did just put away the 5 books that I used for my filming today. I think I'm gonna sit down and make sure I retitle all the clips for today's video that I filmed and try and like put together a rough cut of it so I can finish the edits tomorrow, so they don't get like mixed up with the vlog clips, because that would be not good. But I will update you guys when I'm done with that. Alright guys, well I just finished eating my dinner. When we got home from the store, I had made myself some of the chicken tenderloins that I bought, along with some cut up potato, a biscuit, and an egg. So I'm full, I'm exhausted. I am going to take my makeup off and make my brother sit down and watch some Gilmore Girls with me before I pass out so I can spend some time with him. I don't think I'll be able to get any reading in tonight, but fingers crossed for tomorrow. As Christmas gets closer, it is just getting exhausting. So I will update you guys in the morning. Sorry I didn't vlog much today or the past few days, but I will be doing better, I promise. Alright, it is 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Christmas Eve. I haven't vlogged for a few days because it's been crazy, but I'm making myself some lunch before we wrap presents. So I am making myself like homemade chicken bites. Sorry if you don't like the sight of raw meat, but I'm making them myself, so that'll be fun. I gotta cut them up so that can all go in the garbage. fun. Cooking. I don't care if some people like it in their like homemade chicken tenders. I don't. So. Okay, so the seasonings I am going to use salt and pepper to start with because I'm basic, a little bit of onion powder, a little bit of parsley, and a little bit of garlic because that's always fun. And all I do is I sprinkle it on my cutting board, like all the seasonings together, spread them around, and then I roll the chicken through it. Mine tend to be a little spicy because I use a lot of pepper because I like spicy foods. Salt, pepper, parsley, onion. And garlic. We use garlic a lot in my house. Just because, like, that's how my family cooks. Now that should be enough. That does not look like chicken tenderloins, okay. Just like that. It's done. Okay. I'm standing like this so that I'm like level with you guys, and it's like locking my knee up and it hurts. So let's just like do lunges, really bad ones. I don't think you guys can hear me, but that's okay. Now we got to throw that away, and I need to cut the butter. I'm gonna defuse the knives already. Okay. I'm just gonna cut the butter I'm putting in the pan. This is my favorite kind of butter to use while cooking. It's the Kerrygold Pure Irish butter unsalted, because I put enough salt in my food as it is. Oh, well, somebody's taking a good chunk off of this. Just about that much. Just a tablespoon. Pop it in the pan. Turn it on. There we go. And now we gotta put the butter back. I don't leave it out to melt or whatever it does. See, what tongs do I have? I can use these ones. I always use tongs so that I can like put the chicken, put the seasonings away. Best tip I can give is clean while you're cooking, like your stations. It's easiest. So you're not left cleaning a whole mess later. Gotta move that butter around. Okay. I'm gonna leave you guys where you are and just like, cause you can see. Not like up close, but you can see. taken in. And really, just put a lid on it until you gotta flip. It's that easy. It's not very hard. Presents are wrapped and all under the tree. It's several hours later. This is just Coke. I just felt like being snazzy. So, but all the presents are wrapped and under the tree. As far as I know of, my dad probably has some more he's got to put under there, but the ones that I know of are done. I tried reading a little bit of The Secret History. I had been on page 164. I'm now on page, not 164, 364. I'm now on 373. I don't know. I love this book. I really do. But I'm falling into a bit of a slump with it, so it's like really hard for me to read. Oh, I hate when it's hard for me to read, especially because I know I'm getting two really good books tomorrow. I'm getting Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo and How the King of Elfhame Learned to Hate Stories, and I just cannot bring myself to read anything. So I'm either going to get on my computer and write or just scroll through Pinterest. I'll probably do some editing too. Tomorrow I'm just going to not do YouTube. Mostly I'll get a few clips, just for the vlog, but then I'm gonna be off because I don't want to, take away from family time too much. So I won't be editing tomorrow, so I'm trying to get as much of it in today as possible, and then the day after Christmas I'm going to film my most anticipated books of 2021. I am so excited for all of these books. It's top 5 or 10, I think. Somewhere in there. It is going to be the top 10 most anticipated new releases of 2021. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. All of these books sound amazing, and I've done a bit of research on them. There's of course, Chain of Iron is the first one on this list, obviously. And then there's Trouble Girls and Realmbreaker by Victoria Aveyard. That's a good one. One I found that I didn't know of was Vampires, Hearts, and Other Dead Things by Maggie Fuston. I'm really excited for that. It sounded so good, but that is a different video. I'm going to go do that editing, and if I finish that, because I have several long clips I need to edit, I will try and read some more of Renegades, because I'm getting really a lot further into it. So fingers crossed. I am trying to finish at least Renegades before the end of the year. I have 6-7 days. I have a week, maybe a little less, to finish it, so I should be able to. But if I can get through The Secret History as well, that would be amazing, because no matter how much I love the story, it's just getting really hard for me to read and continue with, just because it's taken me so long to read it. And I picked it up on a whim. I love it. I love a lot of the quotes from it. Some of the quotes are really relatable. And I love it for that. And I love the characters, except for Bunny. Bunny can go screw himself. We're going to ignore that happened. But yeah, I will try and update you guys later or in the morning. No promises, because apparently I can't vlog steadily anymore. Okay, so right now I'm helping make dinner. We're having ham, mashed potatoes and gravy, sweet potatoes, corn. My grandma's having cranberry sauce. But I've been reading. I got, top book that I got was How the King of Elfhame Learned to Hate Stories by Holly Black. Oh my god, I was so excited for this one. I actually picked it out, but besides the point, I have been reading and I've officially read 45 pages out of it, and that's a good chunk of this book because it's so small. That's a fair warning for anyone looking into getting this. And I personally thought it was going to be like one consistent plot line, but it jumps around in Cardan's life a lot, and you get to learn a lot more about Cardan himself, and I find that amazing. I love it. But I think I'm gonna have to put this down while I make the mashed potatoes, because my grandpa loves my mashed potatoes. But I'm going to try and read as much of this tonight as possible, because I think if I don't finish it tonight, I will be able to finish it tomorrow, because it's not even 200 pages. It's got some gorgeous illustrations in here. I will definitely insert some pictures. Non-spoiler ones though. Like, there's a portrait of Cardan in here. There's a portrait of him and Jude. There's the map. The map looks so good, and the map changes like with each book, not like major location wise, but it changes in like small details of what's going on in the landscapes, because it mentions in here how Cardan and his group of friends, when they first got together, burnt down part of Hollow Forest. I think it's Hollow Forest. Let's just double check that. Oh, Crooked Forest. They burned down part of Crooked Forest, and so on the map, Crooked Forest is like in flames. It's so detailed and it's awesome. I'm loving it. And I also got Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo, and then my dad got me a mass market paperback copy of Misery by Stephen King, and I love it. I'm going to start reading it here soon. I have a feeling I won't finish Renegades or The Secret History before the end of the year. Fingers crossed, still a possibility, but I am very much more so focused on How the King of Elfhame Learned to Hate Stories and Ninth House and Misery. So we'll update you guys here later. I gotta go check on the potatoes because I can hear them bubbling. Much today, but I also didn't do much today. I did take down like all the tinsel garland I had in the mini Christmas tree I had over there by my bookshelf, because like it's not Christmas anymore, as well as I filmed an entire video of my most anticipated books of 2021, and I'm thinking about refilming it tomorrow because I did not like my hair in it at all, and I don't know if it's worth it or not. Like, I really could, but that's besides the point. I did end up reading quite another big chunk of How the King of Elfhame Learned to Hate Stories by Holly Black. I am currently on page 131, and this is 173, so I have just about 40 pages left, I think, 40 pages. And it's so good. Like, it's not one like consistent story, but it kind of is, because it revolves just around Cardan and his life, and it is so interesting. And it's just, there's parts of it that are like so soft and sweet, and then you're reminded that he's Fae and all the horrible things he's done, but you also get a little more explanation onto why he's done that, and it makes me really happy. But instead of finishing it, because I'll finish it tomorrow because it's an easy amount that I can finish, I'm going to work on writing, I want to at least start writing chapter 10 a little more of my book that I'm working on. Don't know how far I'll get, but fingers crossed that I'll be able to get through more of it than I did yesterday, because I wrote maybe 3 or 4 sentences and that was it. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that and we'll see how it goes. Alright guys, it is Monday, December 28th at 11:15. I thought I'd just update you guys before I start making my lunch. That's my coffee pot. I'm just gonna have lemon pepper chicken again, but I finished How the King of Elfhame Learned to Hate Stories last night and I sobbed because it was such a happy ending, and I don't know if we're going to get any more books of Jude and Cardan from Holly Black. I hope we do, where it like explores when Oak comes back to the land of Fae and Elfhame, but that's not for certain. So I cried. But after I make my lunch, I am going to make a lemon cake, just cause my grandma wanted one yesterday and I said I'd make it today, so I'm gonna make it today. And then I'm going to read some more of Renegades because I want to finish it before the end of the year. So I will update you guys after all of this. Like 8 o'clock, maybe 8:30-ish, and I wanted to talk through some of my working thoughts and opinions on Renegades so far, considering I am now on chapter 16 and just about 200 pages through, just a little over 200 pages through this 550 something page book. So I understand that a lot of the Renegades fandom simps for Adrian and like loves his character, and I love his character too, unless I have to read from his point of view. There's a lot of his thoughts that I personally find very selfish and unjustified to, like, you know, deal with, and I don't know, there's just something about him that doesn't sit right with me at the moment, but it could have just been chapter 15 itself where he's trying, it feels like he's guilting his dads into letting his team onto helping the Nightmare investigation, and that doesn't sit right with me. Like, that is manipulation whether he's their kid or not. Like, that's still manipulation. Like, a child can manipulate their parents. It's still plausible. So that's something that doesn't sit right with me, and I get it helps move the plot forward, but I don't know if it's ever addressed in the future, and it would have to be addressed in the future for me to feel completely comfortable with his character. Like, sure, I love his character, and I understand, like, what he was doing and why he was doing it, but with all the lying, and he was kind of really selfish too, and didn't like think about how that attack was affecting both his dads already. Kind of pissed me off too, because like, yeah, they were there, they experienced it. One of his dads almost died, duh. They're going to have opinions and thoughts on it, and yeah, that's really my thing. I don't know if I enjoy reading from Adrian's point of view as much as I do from Nova's, because Nova's got a very different point of view than you usually read from. But I'm going to read a little more tonight, and I thought I should just let you guys know that tomorrow I will be refilming my top 10 most anticipated reads of 2021, because I sat down to start editing it today, and in those clips, I looked so absolutely exhausted, like I had no emotion behind me. It looked like I was just going through the motions and just trying to talk about it instead of like actually giving my thoughts and opinions on it until the very end. Like, majority of the shots I was it was not fun. I couldn't even make it through editing more than the first 2 clips of it. Oh god. Not fun. Not fun. So I'm refilming the entirety of that video tomorrow. I'm gonna try and do it in the morning, and I'm going to try and get a rough cut of the edits done, or at least afterwards, but no promises. It will be up Thursday like usual, but it's just not what I had wanted in a video, so I will be refilming that, and I think I'm going to catch up on editing for this vlog before I sit down and read some more of this. I do plan to read to, let's see what page chapter 20 is on, because that would be nice to get to. That's 22. 21. So about another 50 pages to get to chapter 20. That seems plausible for tonight, especially because there's not much to edit for this vlog, and maybe I can get even more, because when I do get into reading this book, I do get through a big chunk of it at a time. Here's to crossing my fingers that I finish it before January 1st, because I want this to be maybe the last book that I read of the year, so I'm not pushing myself too much because I still have a few days, but I could just sit down and binge the last 300 pages of this book in a single day, but I want to enjoy it, and I want to like understand what's going on. So I will update you guys tomorrow morning before I start filming. I'll try and get a little behind the scenes. No promises, because we don't ever know how those are gonna turn out. Okay guys, so not only was I able to film today, I went to my aunt's to check on her house with my grandma and my brother. My aunt was not there because she is out of state still. I think she's here like next week. Not sure, but we got McDonald's on our way home. I got 2 spicy McChickens. I'm really happy. I did read a bit in the car. I read 6 pages in the car. It's not a long drive, and I try to just like stop reading if I start getting motion sick, because I'm not going to throw away a whole day of potential just because I'm not feeling good. So it's fine. I have a lot of time today to just sit back and read. I'm gonna eat, throw on either some Netflix or YouTube. I'm not sure. Sorry, I'm untying my shoes because it had the possibility of snowing, so I wasn't going to go out in tennis shoes. But whew, I'm gonna eat, throw on maybe some Netflix or YouTube. I'm not sure which yet. Probably some Netflix with Vampire Diaries, because I love Vampire Diaries. And it's awesome watching it on my new TV that I got for Christmas. So that's what I'm gonna do. I will definitely read later. I am partway through chapter 16. I think it's 16. Yeah, 16. So I'll let you guys know how that's going later tonight, probably before I go to bed. Okay, so it's about 9 o'clock. I showered and I watched a plethora of The Vampire Diaries. So I am going to sit down and try and do an hour at least of reading from Renegades, but I don't know how that's gonna go because I have been very tempted throughout today and yesterday to start just, you know, reading Misery instead of finishing Renegades like I promised myself I would. So we'll see how that goes. Fingers crossed that I actually get to chapter 20 today like I said I was going to last night, but fell asleep. Yep, well, we'll see how that goes. Guys, it is quite a bit late in the evening. I was gonna update you guys this morning, but that didn't happen. I did end up reading to chapter 20 of Renegades, and I'm loving it. I meant to pick it up a little more after I finished chapter 19 at the start of chapter 20, but I didn't. I got distracted last night, and then I've been editing today. I scheduled my video for tomorrow, last video of 2020. And that is insane. Holy shit. But I had to reorganize my bookcase entirely today because I got in these 6 books that I was able to order with the Barnes & Noble's gift cards that I got for Christmas. And in order to fit them where I wanted them to, I had to reorganize the entire bookcase. So that's why the book cart over there is so full. It's usually not, but I like it this way. So the first order I had made was with a $50 gift card, and so in that one I was able to get 4 books, and so I ended up getting Lola and the Boy Next Door by Stephanie Perkins, the sequel / unrelated sequel to Anna and the French Kiss. I'm very excited to read it. I love these contemporary books. They make me sob. And they just make me believe in the young romance. And, ugh. Then I've been rewatching Vampire Diaries, as you guys can tell up there. And I realized I've never actually read the books. And so I wanted to read the books. And so I got The Vampire Diaries, The Awakening, and The Struggle by L.J. Smith. I love these covers. They're so early 2000s. It's such a vibe. But this is books 1 and 2. I'm not quite sure how to read, in what order to read all of the Vampire Diaries books, because there are a lot of them in a lot of different series, but they all involve the same characters. We will cross that bridge when we get there, but I know this is where we start. The Awakening and The Struggle. So, this is actually going to be my first read of 2021, so I'm excited. And then, so I have the first book in this series. It's of Fire and Stars, and so I got the second one, because I didn't know the second one was out. I didn't even know it had a sequel. I thought it was a standalone. And find out it was a sequel, and the cover is beautiful. So it's Of Ice and Shadows by Audrey Colthurst. If this is not a gorgeous cover, I don't know what is, and the art style is so consistent. It's amazing. I can't wait to read right now. There's a duology. Not sure if there's going to be any more in this, but it looks like this one came out 2019. Who knows? Now, I'm not actually sure what this one is about, but I saw it was by Holly Black, and now I officially have every book by Holly Black, and Holly Black alone. So, and I've seen it around. So, it's the Modern Fae Tales by Holly Black. I think this is a bind-up of several of them, and this cover is gorgeous, but it is huge. I think this is a bind-up of a few. Let's see. Yeah, it's got Tithe, Valiant, Ironside, and The Lament of Lottie Lou. I don't know how to say it, but this will be interesting because I really like how Holly Black writes the Fae, because it's really like gritty, and I love it. And then the second gift card I got was $25, and I was able to get 2 books from this one. And so I got one that I had already read. This one is because I wanted to have all of the books in the series, and I actually didn't have the first one. Like, I had listened to the audiobook, but I just didn't have the first one, and that was Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. And I'm actually trying to find somebody who would be willing to trade their paperback copy of Glass Sword for a hardcover first edition of Glass Sword, because I have all of them except Glass Sword in paperback, and Glass Sword is in hardcover, and it bugs me a lot. And I'd be willing to pay shipping and everything for both copies. I just really want Glass Sword in paperback, but I got Red Queen, so I'm almost there. And this one was technically considered a pre-order, which I didn't realize because only the hardcover had been out, but I got it in paperback, and the paperback was considered a pre-order, and that was King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo. So right now I have all of the Leigh Bardugo books. I will be getting the paperback copy of the second book in this duology. I think it's a duology, I'm not sure. Oh, maybe I don't have all of them. I don't have all of them. I still don't have the Language of Thorns, but I want to get through some of the other ones before I do, so that I can say, like, I've at least read them and know that I enjoy this world. I have an issue with that. But anyways, I just wanted to hop on and update you guys. It's been kind of a chill day considering that it snowed quite a bit yesterday. And so it's really cold outside, and we didn't want to go anywhere, do anything, so we just didn't. Anywho, I'm gonna go read some more of Renegades, probably take a Tylenol because my legs been hurting all day. So I will go do that after I put away these books again, because I had to take them back out. Alright, so it is 4 o'clock the next day. I don't really want to talk about today because I ended up sleeping away majority of it because I couldn't sleep last night. But I did end up getting through 50 pages of Renegades last night, so I am now 300 pages? Yeah, 300 pages into this, so I only have maybe 250 left, so I think I'm going to sit down and hustle through the last 250 pages of this. I think I'm going to do 50-page reading sprints and update Twitter while I do so, like between every 50 pages, so that I get like a decent break. But I'm actually really liking this, and I left off on a cliffhanger last night on chapter 24. Like, I finished chapter 23 and it was like a big cliffhanger. So I'm really excited to get into that, and I'm liking the dynamic I'm seeing between Nova and Adrian, and then Adrian and the rest of his team, Ruby and Oscar. I'm loving Ruby and Oscar. They're like really sweet, and they have some really cool backstories. Adrian's was really like sweet and wholesome, and I loved it. But like, you're starting to see Nova develop feelings for Adrian, and it's really sweet, which I'm really enjoying. It's kind of needed. But I don't think I'm gonna stay up all night until midnight, even though it is New Year's Eve, because I want to get my sleep schedule at least back on track. The only way I'm staying up that late is if I'm not yet done with Renegades. So we will see how that goes. Fingers crossed that I finish it tonight, because if I don't, then it's technically the first book I've read of 2021. I'll update you guys here later. Happy New Year, guys. It's just after midnight. You're gonna take makeup off with me while I talk about Renegades by Marissa Meyer, because I finished that with 5 minutes to spare before midnight. And if you hear fireworks going off, that's just because my neighbors aren't very considerate. So I was under the impression that there was more of Nova and Adrian kind of chemistry in this book. But personally, I found more Oscar and Ruby chemistry than I did the two main characters. It's a little annoying, especially when I have to read from their points of view, and they're just like, I'm not going to admit it. But I was right in the beginning in my last vlog where I said who I thought was the one Nova was working for. I was right. It was Ace. He didn't die in the Battle of Gatlin. I was right. He just made everybody think he was. And I love the fact that Nova's having all this internal conflict with herself, whether what she's been taught is actually truly right, and how she's enjoying actually being what they call the good guy. And so it's so cool to see, especially while she knows Ace is still alive and how everything's going down. Oh, and the fact that Nova shoots the detonator at Ingrid just to save a shit ton of people is awesome, because she always hates the fact that she can't take the shot. She shot her. She killed her. Like that. It was awesome. And she got praised for it. Like, by the council. And then Adrian tries to kiss her right after that. And they almost do. And I got so excited. And then she pulls away and runs away. I'm like, what the? So not the point of it. So not the point of that. Like, I don't know. I think there was just a lot of effort put in there. When she could have, like, gone to the Renegades to be undercover, as if, and tell them she is Nightmare, but use the simple fact of, I grew up with the anarchists, but I'm learning that what they're doing is not actually right, and I want to be good, kind of thing. They're more likely to, like, trust her, and she wouldn't have to hide the fact that she's Nightmare and not Insomnia, and she'd be able to use her powers. But, you know, that's not how it went down, sadly. It would have been a cool angle to play. Oh. But I ultimately gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I didn't feel like it was a 5-star read, and it was actually really close to a 3-star read, but there were aspects of it that I really enjoyed, and I loved the humor in it, and I loved how they incorporated Max, and I don't know, mostly because I didn't enjoy it mostly because I had absolutely no idea what direction it was going in at the end, and for most of it, like, no idea what direction the author was, like, intending to go with, so it wasn't like there was much explanation to what could possibly happen. And there was a lot of betrayal that Nova should have recognized growing up with the anarchists, so that bugged me too. I'm like, she's described as this really smart character who notices things, and she's very vigilant, and she grew up with these people. She would know if these people were lying to her, but she never catches it when Ingrid lies to her, or she just, you know, ignores that feeling even though she knows she shouldn't. It's so frustrating. She was a little frustrating. Nova was frustrating. The way she was written was frustrating, but I preferred reading from Nova's point of view, enjoying her character, and enjoying Adrian instead of reading from Adrian's point of view during some of those chapters that were his that I think would have actually benefited better from Nova's point of view, for the simple fact of Adrian can be kind of hard to like when you have to read from his point of view during tough situations, because his choices he makes aren't like selfless choices. He bases them all off of himself. Like, and I get it, but he's also supposed to be a renegade, and so it's supposed to be thinking about the group and not the individual. And he thinks about the individual in every way, shape, and form. So, but I'm going to vlog tomorrow, and I think that's really just going to be like a housekeeping day, chill day, because it's technically New Year's Day, and then the vlog will be over. It's been a nice like 2-week holiday vlog. I don't think I've had a vlog this long before, so I will update you guys in the morning. I think I am either going to watch a movie and then go to bed, or pick up a book and go to bed. Probably watch a movie. So it is 6 o'clock, January 7th. It is officially only an entire week into 2021, and the entirety of America has practically gone into a civil war. So I think I'm just going to leave it there. Wish you all, happiness, peacefulness, and, that this all just goes away. I wish you all some safety. I'm just gonna save the rest of my sanity and go read some more of the Vampire Diaries before I go and watch Jessie the Reader's live show tonight. So that'll be all for my holiday vlog. Thank you for watching. If you got to this point in the video, I am absolutely so thankful for you, because this is a long vlog. I think this is the longest vlog I've ever made. But I appreciate you all. Please stay safe and healthy and happy, and just let me know how your guys' holidays and New Year was in the comment section below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and just remember to turn on the notifications for when I post on Thursdays at 3 p.m. See you all next week.